It's one of the most iconic detective shows of all time, with sharp mysteries and unforgettable guest stars. Columbo has captivated audiences for decades. From Hollywood legends to rising stars, the series was a showcase for incredible talent who often played the cunning criminals outsmarted by the rumpled yet brilliant Lieutenant Columbo. But what happened to those memorable actors after the cameras stopped rolling? In today's video, we're diving into the lives and careers of some of the most famous stars who graced Columbo's episodes. From their incredible performances on the show to what they went on to achieve or where life took them, we'll uncover the fascinating then and now stories behind these beloved performers. So, get ready for a nostalgic trip down memory lane with some surprising updates along the way. Let's jump in. Leonard Nimoy. Leonard Nimoy was born on the 26th of March 1931 in Boston, Massachusetts, to Jewish immigrants from Izyaslav, Ukraine. Nimoy was best known for his iconic role as Mr. Spock on the groundbreaking sci-fi series Star Trek. Nimoy was 41 years old when he guest-starred on Columbo in the episode A Stitch in Crime in Season 2, Episode 6. In this tense and cleverly plotted episode, Nimoy played Dr. Barry Mayfield, a cold and calculating heart surgeon who commits murder to protect a secret medical malpractice scheme. With his icy demeanor and meticulous planning, Dr. Mayfield was a formidable adversary for Lieutenant Columbo. The episode is widely regarded as one of the series' best, largely thanks to Nimoy's chilling performance. After his appearance on Columbo, Nimoy continued to enjoy a stellar career. He reprised his role as Spock in multiple Star Trek films, starting with Star Trek the Motion Picture in 1979 and culminating with Star Trek VI, The Undiscovered Country, in 1991. Nimoy also directed two of the Star Trek films, Star Trek III, The Search for Spock in 1984, and Star Trek IV, The Voyage Home in 1986, the latter of which was a commercial and critical success. Beyond Star Trek, Nimoy worked in a variety of roles, including directing the hit comedy Three Men and a Baby in 1987, writing poetry, and publishing his autobiographies. In January 2014, Nimoy revealed publicly that he had been diagnosed with chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, a condition he attributed to a smoking addiction he had quit about 30 years earlier. On February 19, 2015, having been in and out of hospitals for several months, Nimoy was taken to UCLA Medical Center for chest pains. On February 25, 2015, Nimoy fell into a coma and sadly passed away, leaving behind an enduring legacy as one of the most beloved and versatile actors of his generation. Johnny Cash. Cash was born J.R. Cash in Kingsland, Arkansas, on February 26, 1932. He had established himself as the Man in Black, known for hits like Ring of Fire, I Walk the Line, and Folsom Prison Blues. His deep voice and storytelling lyrics made him one of the most influential artists in country music history. At 42 years old, Cash guest-starred in the episode Swan Song in Season 3, Episode 7, playing Tommy Brown, a gospel singer who murders his religiously zealous wife who's been using blackmail to control every aspect of his life. Cash's performance brought a charismatic yet menacing edge to the role, blending his musical persona with the character's darker motives. Following his appearance on Columbo, Cash continued his prolific music career, releasing acclaimed albums like American Recordings in 1994 and The Man Comes Around in 2002. He also appeared in films and TV shows, further showcasing his talent as an actor. In 1997, during a trip to New York City, Cash was diagnosed with the neurodegenerative disease Shy-Drager syndrome, a form of multiple system atrophy. The diagnosis was later altered to autonomic neuropathy associated with diabetes. The illness forced Cash to curtail his touring. He was hospitalized in 1998 with severe pneumonia, which damaged his lungs. A few years later, on September 12, 2003, while being hospitalized at Baptist Hospital in Nashville, Cash died of complications from diabetes, aged 71, less than 4 months after his wife June passed away. But Cash's legacy grew even larger after his death. His music remains iconic, and his life story was immortalized in the Oscar-winning film Walk the Line in 2005, starring Joaquin Phoenix. Today, Cash is remembered as a trailblazing artist whose influence spans generations. William Shatner. Shatner was born on March 22, 1931, in the Notre-Dame-de-Grâce neighborhood of Montreal, Quebec, Canada, to a conservative Jewish household. All 4 of Shatner's grandparents were Jewish immigrants. They came from settlements in Ukraine and Lithuania, which were then under the rule of Austria-Hungary and the Russian Empire. Shatner began acting at a young age and rose to fame as Captain James T. Kirk on the original Star Trek series, which aired from 1966 to 1969. His commanding presence and dramatic delivery made him a fan favorite and a pop culture icon. At 45 years old, Shatner made his first Columbo appearance in the episode Fade into Murder in Season 6, Episode 1 in 1976. He played Ward Fowler, a television actor famous for portraying a detective who uses his knowledge of crime drama to commit murder and cover it up. The episode cleverly plays on Shatner's own association with TV detectives, making his performance especially memorable. Shatner returned to Columbo in 1994 for the episode Butterfly in Shades of Grey in Season 10, Episode 2, where he portrayed a controlling and manipulative radio host who becomes a killer. After his Columbo roles, Shatner continued his illustrious career, reprising his role as Captain Kirk in several Star Trek films and becoming a prolific actor, author, and voiceover artist. He gained renewed acclaim for his Emmy-winning performance as Denny Crane in Boston Legal and later embraced his larger-than-life persona in commercials and comedic roles. Now, at the age of 93, Shatner remains active in entertainment and became the oldest person to travel to space in 2021 aboard a Blue Origin flight, cementing his legacy as an icon both on and off the screen. Robert Culp. Culp was born on August 16, 1930, in Oakland, California. He was the only child of Crozier Cordell Culp, an attorney, and his wife, Bethel Martin Culp. Robert gained fame as Kelly Robinson on the groundbreaking espionage series I Spy from 1965 to 1968, where he starred alongside Bill Cosby. The role earned him multiple Emmy nominations and showcased his charm and wit. Culp first appeared on Columbo in 1971 at 41 years old in the episode Death Lends a Hand in Season 1, Episode 2. He played Brimmer, a private investigator who accidentally kills a client and tries to cover it up. Culp's icy demeanor and sharp intellect made him a perfect match for the cunning Columbo. He returned to the series twice more, playing murderers in The Most Crucial Game in Season 2, Episode 3, and Double Exposure, Season 3, Episode 4. Each performance showcased Culp's ability to portray confident yet deeply flawed characters. After his time on Columbo, Culp continued to thrive in television and film. He starred in The Greatest American Hero from 1981 to 1983 as FBI agent Bill Maxwell and took on roles in popular shows like Everybody Loves Raymond as Warren Whelan. Beyond acting, Culp was also a writer and director. On the 24th of March 2010, Culp tragically died at age 79 after a fall while walking near Runyon Canyon Park in Los Angeles, leaving behind a legacy as one of television's most versatile and talented performers. His work on Columbo remains a highlight of his illustrious career. Dick Van Dyke. Richard Wayne Van Dyke was born on December 13, 1925, in West Plains, Missouri. Van Dyke became a household name through his roles in The Dick Van Dyke Show from 1961 to 1966 and the classic film Mary Poppins in 1964, where his charm and comedic timing made him a favorite among audiences worldwide. At 48 years old, Van Dyke guest starred in the episode Negative Reaction in Season 4, Episode 2 in 1974. He played Paul Galesko, a successful photographer who murders his domineering wife to start a new life with his young assistant. In a rare departure from his usual cheerful and comedic roles, Van Dyke delivered a dark and chilling performance as a calculating killer, proving his versatility as an actor. After his time on Columbo, Van Dyke continued to shine in the entertainment industry. He starred in the TV show Diagnosis Murder from 1993 to 2001, a long-running mystery series where he played Dr. Mark Sloan, a crime-solving doctor. He also appeared in films like Night at the Museum in 2006 and returned to his musical roots in Mary Poppins Returns in 2018. Now, at the age of 99, Van Dyke remains a celebrated figure in Hollywood. His enduring charisma, talent, and passion for entertaining have solidified his status as a true legend of the screen. Janet Leigh. Jeanette Helen Morrison was born on July 6, 1927, in Merced, California. Her maternal grandparents were immigrants from Denmark, and her father had Scots-Irish and German ancestry. Leigh became a major star in the 1950s and is perhaps best known for her unforgettable performance in Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho in 1960, which earned her a Golden Globe Award and an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actress. At 48 years old, Leigh guest starred in the Columbo episode Forgotten Lady in Season 5, Episode 1 in 1975. She played Grace Wheeler, a fading movie star desperate to relive her past glory, who murders her husband to fund her dreams of a Broadway comeback. The role allowed Leigh to showcase both her dramatic depth and her ability to portray a complex, tragic character. After her Columbo appearance, Leigh continued to act in films and television, including a memorable appearance alongside her daughter, actress Jamie Lee Curtis, who she had with her third husband, actor Tony Curtis, in the horror film The Fog in 1980. While she gradually shifted her focus away from acting, Leigh remained a beloved figure in Hollywood, celebrated for her work in classic cinema. Leigh died at her home in Beverly Hills on October 3, 2004, at age 77 after a protracted battle with vasculitis. Her death surprised many, as she had not disclosed her illness to the public. She left behind a remarkable legacy as one of the most talented and versatile actresses of her era. Martin Landau. Landau was born on June 20, 1928, in Brooklyn, New York, the son of Selma and Morris Landau. His family was Jewish. His father was an Austrian-born machinist who tried to rescue relatives from the Nazis. Landau began his journey in entertainment as a cartoonist, but shifted to acting, earning widespread recognition for his role as Roland Hand on the popular TV series Mission Impossible from 1966 to 1969, which showcased his versatility and charisma. At 43 years old, Landau guest starred in the Columbo episode Double Shock in Season 2, Episode 8 in 1973. In a unique twist, he played dual roles as twin brothers, banker Norman Paris and TV chef Dexter Paris, as they both contribute to the murder of their wealthy uncle over an inheritance dispute. Landau's ability to distinguish the personalities of the two brothers added depth and intrigue to the episode, making it a fan favorite. After his Columbo appearance, Landau continued to thrive in both television and film. His career reached new heights in the late 1980s and 1990s, with critically acclaimed roles in Tucker the Man and His Dream in 1988, Crimes and Misdemeanors in 1989, and Ed Wood in 1994, for which he won an Academy Award for his portrayal of Bela Lugosi. Landau remained active in acting well into his later years, mentoring younger performers and leaving a lasting impact on the industry. On July 15, 2017, Landau died at the age of 89 at the Ronald Reagan UCLA Medical Center in Los Angeles. He had been briefly hospitalized. The cause of death was hypovolemic shock brought on by internal bleeding and heart disease. He is remembered as one of Hollywood's most talented and dedicated actors. Donald Pleasence. Pleasence was born on October 5, 1919 in Worksop, Nottinghamshire, England. Pleasence gained international fame for his role as the villain Blofeld in the James Bond film You Only Live Twice in 1967. He was also celebrated for his work in classic British cinema and as a prolific character actor. He appeared as the mild-mannered and good-natured POW forger Colin Blythe in the film The Great Escape in 1963, who discovers that he is slowly going blind, but nonetheless participates in the mass breakout, only to be shot down by German soldiers because he is unable to see them. In 1973, at 54 years old, Pleasence guest starred in the Columbo episode Any Old Port in a Storm in Season 3, Episode 2. He played Adrian Carcini, a wine connoisseur and vineyard owner who murders his half-brother to prevent him from selling their winery.
This wine has been oxidized by overheating.
No.
Where did you keep it? On top of the stove?
I assure you, monsieur.
Don't you know any delicate wine spoils by being subjected to a rapid change in temperature? Serving this iodine is an insult.
Monsieur Carcini, is there something wrong?
Is there something wrong? Everything is wrong. An exciting meal has been ruined by the presence of this liquid filth.
Pleasence brought a refined yet sinister quality to the role, earning praise for his nuanced portrayal of the obsessive and cultured killer. After Columbo, Pleasence continued his career with notable roles, including Dr. Sam Loomis in John Carpenter's Halloween in 1978, and its sequels, a role that solidified him as a horror icon. He also appeared in a wide range of films, from thrillers to dramas, showcasing his remarkable versatility. On the 2nd of February 1995, Pleasence died at age 75 at his home in Saint-Paul-de-Vence, France, from complications of heart failure following heart valve replacement surgery. His work on Columbo remains a great example of his ability to bring depth and complexity to every character he portrayed. Fay Dunaway. Dunaway was born on the 14th of January 1941 in Bascom, Florida. Dunaway skyrocketed to fame with her performances in Bonnie and Clyde in 1967, Chinatown in 1974, and Network in 1976, for which she won the Oscar for Best Actress. Her ability to portray strong, complex women made her one of the most sought-after stars of her era. At the age of 52, Dunaway guest starred in the Columbo episode It's All in the Game in Season 10, Episode 7 in 1993. She played Lauren Statton, a glamorous socialite who conspires with her lover to murder her husband. Dunaway's performance added layers of charm and vulnerability to the character, making her one of the few adversaries to develop a personal connection with Columbo. The episode stands out for its unique dynamic between the detective and the suspect. After Columbo, Dunaway continued her prolific career, appearing in films like The Thomas Crown Affair in 1999 and The Rules of Attraction in 2002. She also took on television roles and stage work, solidifying her versatility as a performer. Now in her 80s, Fay Dunaway remains a celebrated figure in Hollywood, known for her groundbreaking roles and her contributions to some of cinema's most enduring classics. Her Columbo appearance is remembered as one of the series' most memorable performances. Thank you for watching Part 1 of the Where Are They Now? Columbo series. Be sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified when we upload Part 2 for more iconic famous stars from this great show.